last of the Cybertronian historians. I will give an account for every transformer ever built. The history of Thundercracker. Thundercracker claims the skies as his arena. He looks down in contempt on those who cannot leave the ground. He considers them lesser beings. He will often attack the flightless beings below him for no other reason than to satisfy his own scorn. Though more intelligent than his close friend and partner Skywarp, his superiority in the realm is the only thing he is sure of. Skywarp is not entirely committed to the Decepticon cause, and even has some seemingly contradictory sympathy for the humans they terrorize. Fear of retribution from Megatron and the influence of his peers is usually enough to bury these doubts. Regardless, he needs constant reassurance that he's where he needs to be. Sometimes his heart's not in the job. Thundercracker was one of Megatron's elite guards participating in the attack on the Ark and joining the rest of the Earthbound Transformers in their several million-year nap under an inactive volcano. He awoke when the rest of the Decepticons did, and took part in their attempts to gather Energon and escape the planet Earth, which he loathed for being too flat. It was he and Reflector who spotted the first potential Autobot, when in fact they had discovered the planet's native inhabitants, 2 humans in an unliving vehicle. One of the few things that he seemed to loathe even more than the world he was stranded on was the attitude of his commander, Starscream. Thundercracker often started fights with Air Commander Starscream, usually over whether or not Megatron's latest plan was a waste of time. Thundercracker took Megatron's side, of course. At one point, Thundercracker's distaste for that geeky Starscream became so strong that he was willing to let Skyfire destroy one of the Decepticons' greatest weapons, just in hopes that Starscream would get blamed for it. Despite these brushes with treachery, however, Thundercracker just never had it in him to do anything more than complain about his fellow Decepticons. Thundercracker was present for the assault on Autobot City in 2005. After the battle, the injured Thundercracker was tossed out of Astro Train with the rest of the injured and weakened warriors, who were just jettisoned for ballast in order to preserve fuel. That was not, however, entirely the end of Thundercracker's story. Unicron was waiting in space for a chance like this, and when the newly reborn Galvatron needed some new troops to command, Thundercracker was among the old Decepticons chosen to use as raw materials. His body was used to create Scourge, and thus was given a new lease on life. Thank you for watching the history of Thundercracker. Special thanks to Transformers Fandom for providing all information today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you can. If you already have, thank you, and have a nice day.